Welcome to BibleTelling, Story of the Week. This is the second half of our story about Ruth. Last week we had Ruth and Naomi. This week is Ruth and Boaz. Enjoy the story for now. Come back afterwards. I'll tell you a little bit more what was going on there. Enjoy the story. After the harvest, Naomi said to Ruth, I want to make sure that you are cared for. Therefore, this is what you're to do. Take a bath and put on some perfume. Dress in your nicest clothes. Boaz and his workers are out at the threshing floor working late. When they're done, they will pile the grain into the middle of the threshing floor, and then they will celebrate the harvest with food and drink. After that, they will sleep on the threshing floor to protect the grain. Go there tonight. Make sure that they don't see you. Wait until they're all asleep. Then go to where Boaz is laying and uncover his feet and lie down there. During the night, when he awakes, he will tell you what you must do. So Ruth went to the threshing floor and hid in the shadows so that she couldn't be seen. When their men were done, they celebrated the harvest, and then they went and lay down on the threshing floor with their heads towards the grain and their feet sticking out around the entire floor. After they were asleep, Ruth went where Boaz was laying, and she uncovered his feet and lay down there. During the night, suddenly Boaz realized that there was a woman laying down at his feet. He said, "Who are you?" She says, "I'm Ruth. Cover me with your protection because you are my closest relative." He said, "The Lord bless you. You didn't come to our village looking for a husband, rich or poor. Instead, you established yourself as a woman of high integrity. Still, I am not your closest relative. There is one other. I will go to him and ask him to redeem you. If he does, then so be it. If not, I will do it. But don't go home yet tonight. It's not safe. Stay there, sleep the night, and I'll send you home in the morning." So she laid back down at his feet and spent the night. In the morning, she got up while it was still dark, and Boaz gave her some grain to take back to Naomi. When she got back, she told her mother-in-law everything that had happened that night. Naomi says, "Now you must wait, because Boaz will not rest until he has this matter settled." Boaz went into the town and he arranged a meeting with the next of kin and the city elders. He said to the man, "Naomi has come back from Moab, and she is selling the property that belonged to her husband and sons. Therefore, you are the closest relative, so buy it. And if you don't, then I will." "Oh, I will buy it." "Well, you must realize that when you buy that property, you must marry Ruth, the Moabite woman, so that the family name will stay with the property." "Oh, I can't marry that woman. That would ruin my family name." You may buy the property." With that, he took off one of his sandals and handed it to Boaz, which made it legally binding. A big crowd had gathered around to watch the entire proceedings. Boaz held up the sandal towards the elders and say, "You are witnesses that today I have bought the property that belongs to Naomi, and I will make Ruth my wife." They said, "We have seen the whole thing. The Lord bless you, and the Lord bless the woman that you will marry." Boaz married Ruth, and sometime later they had a little boy by the name of Obed. He grew up. One of his sons was Jesse. Jesse had 8 sons. The youngest was a shepherd boy by the name of David, who became the great king of Israel. Well, this is one of the great love stories of the Bible. Many, many interesting traditions and customs in this story. So many that it would take us a long time to go through them all. The passing of the sandal, the property name, things like that. But I want to focus on the fact, why did Boaz, why was he so willing to marry this Gentile when that wasn't generally accepted? To get that, you have to go back to his heritage, his upbringing. His mother was a Gentile. And before she joined the children of Israel, she was a prostitute. Her name was Rahab, the harlot, the one that was at Jericho. Maybe his upbringing kind of helped him to be a little bit more accepting to this Moabite woman, Ruth. Well, we want to remind you to go to our website, BibleTelling.org, and there we have a Christmas gift for you. Our first in a 5-book series of all the stories of the Bible. First one is called The Beginnings. It goes from creation through the death of Moses. Trust you'll get that. It's a free gift from us. Oh, yes, we'll be offering it after Christmas as well, but we chose this time to offer this to you. We'll come back next week when we start our 3-part Christmas story. We put the entire Christmas story in 3 parts. That starts next week on Bible Telling, Story of the Week. Come back next week.